So let's go.
Goons, grifters, and grim-faced loyalists to the ape-faced or the ape regime. The future of ape civilization is on the line tonight, and welcome to Echoes of Silence, our Planet of the Apes test run for the Planet of the Apes RPG. My name is Rob. I am the Lawgiver for this evening, and we're excited to continue episode 4. Lots on the docket, as they say, and we are down an ape tonight, at least for the short term. He may show up, get lost in the forest, perhaps. We have one session left after tonight. So it's our 5-session arc. Things are going to come to a head, I think, very quickly this evening with our 3 players, and I'll just let our players introduce them ape selves, and then we're going to dive in any order you like this time, because I always seem to get it wrong, and everybody's waiting and wondering who the heck.
Oh, is next. Well, I'll go ahead. Well, I'm Lector Caleb, and I'm finding out that, yes, I'm probably going to end this quickly, and I might be the sole survivor from this entire unfortunate heretical incident. And they went down swinging. My comrades went down swinging, and that's important to me. I will say a prayer for them in the temple. Whoever's next.
All right. Check you off my Christmas card list.
Oh, I'm so off the ape Christmas card list. And you guys can talk if you want. You can introduce each other if you want.
Yeah, who's next?
Jesus. That's okay. No one can hear you, believe it or not.
Oh, so that was just dead air.
That was dead air. That's a
Oh
bullshit.
You
no!
don't
So
talk
that
like
was that. We sorry, folks. We missed a bit of a very eloquent introduction by Super
whoever the
Cam
hell
here.
you are.
So we'll move on to Jim here, and then maybe do we want to sort out Cam's
I'm-
feed, Wayne, or how do you want?
I'm sorting it out right now because
Okay,
I
all right.
realized
Very
I'd
good.
you gave me an extra player and I cloned Cam, so that's why Cam had an issue. It's no big deal.
Yep, no worries. We'll get it sorted. So go ahead, Jim, and then we'll do a little
All
recap
right.
just to kill some more time.
Yes.
All right. My name is Prefect Janus, but of course you knew that already. Very famous where I come from. And I am looking out at a valley of blasphemy. I am not pleased. What will people say when they hear about this?
Okay, so while
Yeah, Cam, go ahead and start blabbing. It'll be hilarious.
we got Cam
Okay,
now. We got two
Giant, I
Cams.
have a giant.
Yeah,
Cam.
actually, I took over the tabletop.
You win the table.
Double
I'm a
mint,
winner.
double mint
I'm a
pleasure.
winner.
Double your pleasure with Cam.
Oh,
All right. So I'll give you all a quick recap. Atticus is excited about these new, intelligent, uplifted humans because he needs some influx of cash for his hunter tours, and this will add some element of challenge for his clientele.
mhm.
All right. Well, we shall see how those challenges unfold. So, last session, the team trekked deeper and deeper into the Forbidden Zone and encountered the hidden lab of Dr. Yanik, a orangutan doctor who was conducting unspeakable experiments on the humans. Prior to that, they had passed through a Dark Ridge facility where the lone survivor had told them that Dr. Yanik had been abducted by someone named Dali, who had been responsible for some ape-on-ape violence. And following a special device that the team had found in the lab, they had now find themselves at a hidden valley, as they say, or as the crew's been talking about, overlooking a lush, verdant valley that sits in the middle of the desolate Forbidden Zone. And now, as the crew looks down into the valley, the sun slowly setting behind the hills, we're going to turn to the crew to determine how they will proceed as they see the unspeakable heresy down in the valley. Humans and apes living together in harmony.
Well, looks like Elsa is going scouting.
Well, I hope he
Wait
brings
on
back
his
something.
report.
Yes, he doesn't bring back any trouble.
Yes. And I hope he doesn't pick up any strange devices that are heretical and dangerous.
I'm hoping for some of those. Well, what are we looking at here? So this is how many would you say are down there?
So
Magical
the
guy that
village,
knows shit.
the
Oh, yeah,
village,
sorry.
yeah, the village is it's fairly busy. I would say, all in, you can probably see 50 to 75 villagers milling about. The sun is starting to go down. The open air market is just slowly starting to wrap up. Some of the vendors are putting their items away. So of those 75-ish to 100 folks, it's kind of hard to tell, but maybe there's 20 to 30 humans in that mix.
And they don't seem to be collared.
They're not collared. Mostly the humans are either sitting in small groups with the apes, kind of guiding them and instructing them in a very gentle and calm and nurturing way, which definitely gets
That's
you
no
really-
way to treat a human.
Yeah, I know. How do they get them to do a damn thing now? They'll never get anywhere that way. I feel almost compelled to yell out, just give him a smack.
Yeah.
I mean, just.
Yeah,
But,
they don't deserve treats. They just
they-
deserve the choke collar.
So wait, are they? So they're. So there's no evidence that they were trading or using money. Because you mentioned a market, so I'm gonna kind of see when they were there. They weren't like doing commerce, but they were engaged with the other creatures. They were engaged. They were talking. They were doing things.
The
I
humans are not conducting commerce, if that's your question.
Yeah, that was my question.
Yes, the humans are more one step above pets, maybe would be a good way to describe it.
So a collie then. Are the humans so they're dispersing, and are the humans going with the apes, or are they kind of going? Are they going into a pen where they belong? Is there like
they
a
are
human
absolutely
pen?
not going? No, they're not going into a pen. The humans are. They're either sitting around with getting instruction from some of the apes, or they are walking in ones and twos and pairs, typically with an ape, but not all exclusively with an ape. Some of them are walking around on their own.
Okay. I would like to get down there and see if this is one of Dr. Weisenheimer's, if this was his doing. I've got to have a phone. I don't see him down there, do I? I mean, I haven't randomly spotted the one orangutan that knows his shit down there, have I?
You have not seen Dr. Yanik. You know Dr. Yanik. He is a colleague. You've met him prior.
Oh yeah, he owes me money.
You do not see him.
Okay. Man, yeah, I'm looking. Yeah, so the apes aren't. The humans aren't in a pen, so that kind of sucks. Is there like a is there a big? I'm kind of looking for is there a police structure, something that looks like a government building, like the lead hut, for example.
Nothing really stands out.
Shit,
in that regard, everything is rather simple and similar. There isn't sort of the governor's mansion, if you will.
Yeah. Okay.
Perhaps they're anarcho-syndicus.
Yes. Fucking communists. Let me see. Well, that means no religion too. All right.
Do we see a statue of the Lawgiver down there?
Yeah. Oh God.
No, just a
everybody's
maple.
got one. Everyone's
Just a maple.
Like, it's flailing its tentacles around. Don't get too close to the whomping maypole.
Should we wait till nightfall to get closer?
I think we should wait till nightfall and see if there's like a guard established. Have we seen guns? Because there were people that killed apes, right? So there should be, are there guns or horses, something like that.
There are stables. There are a few stables here and there. The horses are all stable. That doesn't seem to be an active constabulary sort of patrolling that you can see. They may be somewhere that you can't see, but from where you are, it's really just sort of a very it'd be like a normal evening in the Vale, for example, where you came from.
I seriously need to get Constable Elsa's report on this. We dare not move until he returns. You thought we were going to move
Whole
through
session.
You thought we were going to move through this story, didn't you?
Yeah.
I'd like to sit if there's and if there's guards, we can evade them. That kind of thing. What do you guys think should be? Now, what I'm thinking is, you all stay here and mount an assault I will go back for reinforcements. I will need all the horses.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Doesn't sound quite strategic.
For one thing, we saw what they did. Presumably, it was them back at the camp.
Oh, yeah.
I think that there's more armaments than we're seeing.
Mm.
Do I see any gorillas down there?
Yes, there's a mix. There's gorillas, chimps, and a few orangutans as well.
Gosh,
Do they look like the kind of gorillas that are normally in the military? I mean, do they walk around with, a certain air of authority at all, or are they more like just?
It's a little hard to
like
tell.
civilians?
You can see gorillas. It's hard to tell from your distance where whether they're in an authoritative position or just holding hands with a human.
Slippery slope.
I'd expect this shit from a chimp, but not from a gorilla.
Certainly not from a gorilla. No.
Well, I think we need to go.
I've never met a gorilla who doesn't like to get a good face punch in.
Or two.
I think.
All right. It sounds like you want to wait till dark.
Yeah. Should we wait till dark and then move down, guys? What do you think? Because I'm thinking we can wait till dark.
Yes.
And then just try to
wait till dark and we see what kind of, do they have a lot of lights on in the windows, torches, things like that?
Sorry. Yep. So night falls.
All right. So where?
Oh, please tell me you made a version of this for night.
I did, but I don't see it.
Man, I'm so sorry.
Oh, here we go. All right. I'm just trying to figure out which one here. Oh, that one's a little.
It's a little too dark.
Yeah, we'll go with this one. So slowly, as the sun sets, the villagers seem to move around the various areas, lighting, torches and lamps for the evening. As the village doesn't really seem to die down. The noise, in fact, seems to rise and escalate a little bit, almost to a bit of a celebration. Not to the point of, a ruckus party, but definitely sort of a warm late summer evening with, drink and food and, merriment taking place in the village. The market closes down for the most part. A few of the stalls remain open, but little twinkle lights and, very summery celebration seems to be taking place.
A relaxing, happy-go-lucky evening.
Yeah.
Let's go fuck it up.
I want to go and take. I want to go.
That really good cover of the darkness to kind of make your way down to the edge of the village. And
we didn't. So they're wearing like kind of what we call ape civilian clothes, like the tunic. Leather.
Yeah.
Does anybody look as good as Prefect Janus? Because I think he has fancy robes.
I think he does have pretty fancy robes, but no, everyone's pretty rugged looking. They're hardworking villagers in this settlement, rather than sort of aristocrats, it would seem.
I wonder where they get all their food. Most of the Forbidden Zone is quite desolate.
Oh shit! I hadn't even thought of that.
Well, the valley is quite large.
Must be fields.
The valley is quite large. There is a river that flows through the town. I think so
so this is actually quite fascinating. It's like an oasis in the middle of hell.
Yeah, very much like an oasis. You can see the little village here, or the river on the side.
I am so ready to go with. Well, Providence has given this land to the ape as a new way to reclaim the Forbidden Zone. Obviously, these people have to go. I am ready to.
They can move them somewhere. A little bit less appealing, but somewhere they could survive.
Somewhere under the earth.
The Badlands, perhaps.
Yes. The dump.
Just south of the
Damn, and there's
main
nobody,
forbidden zone.
and we're all dressed wrong to infiltrate, and I'm almost certain that the place is too small to kind of do something. I really want to.
Yeah.
We could
In my-
distract them by starting a fire in some of their crop fields.
Oh, in my brain, I want to shoot Janice and have him be an escaped, have him be the victim of some sort of an attack and go down there.
No,
Oh,
to that.
That's my thought. oh, we're pulling out the safety cards, you big wimp.
Yeah. Yeah,
Big
put my
baby.
paperclip on the table.
Put the paperclip on the table.
I don't think that would be
It's-
very good. Ape is not supposed to do that kind of
No,
stuff.
it's not supposed to kill. Remember, the lawgiver is very particular about
Oh, you can
killing.
maim
A
all you want.
technicality. A
I mean, otherwise,
technicality lecture.
where would the gorillas be if you couldn't maim? Yeah, I'd
That's
really
true.
love to shoot somebody. Okay, no, I'm gonna do that. I know that's kind of weird, but I'll go and get myself captured.
Okay.
Ooh,
Does that sounds dumb because they can make me.
They probably already have Elsa.
Yeah, that's true.
We've waited till night and he hasn't returned.
He has not returned. You're right.
Oh God, I love
Oh.
that this is just
All right.
really
So
great.
you're gonna get captured then?
I want to get captured and I'm gonna
Okay.
ask you to like shoot me.
Completely reasonable. So
How do I-
what are what are Janice and Atticus going to do as Caleb starts strolling down the hill?
No, I need to look like I'm actually been injured.
Oh,
So I come with
Punch him in
pre-built
the face.
sympathy.
Punch
Yeah,
him
I
in
mean,
the-
even waiting to
Probably
do that
break-
the whole
they could
time.
probably break your arm or dislocate your shoulder. I don't want to waste a bullet.
They would make noise.
Plus, they'd hear the report.
Yeah.
wood.
So basically, the rifle butt upside.
Yeah.
Right.
Why am I
Right, but
volunteering
the
for
head.
this? No, wait. This is like, all right. I'm just gonna say I forgot who the hell this character was, and he's going. He suggests it. Can we do this? I'd like to have played it as I suggest we beat up Janice, and then you guys go, no, we have a better idea, and then you just take it out on me. Is that okay?
That
For
works for me.
purposes
you can-
of A, the
Yeah,
joke,
I
and
think,
B,
I think it's
I'm-
great. I think it's fine. So
I'm an abject coward. Yeah, I want to do
who's-
that, but I'm an abject coward.
Who's doing the rifle?
Well, I've got a lot of training in different types of violence, so
I really
I'll
want
do
to.
something that looks. I'll do something that looks good but won't kill him. Maybe maybe a
Okay, so
rock with
let's,
a little sharp edge, so it kind of cuts a
Oh,
little bit.
Oh,
all right.
God.
So this is going to be
Cuts
your brawl, I guess, or your melee, one or the other, against a ready defense. What's your ready defense?
Oh no, I don't have a defense. I'm just gonna stand there and take it.
Oh, okay. So you're just gonna like.
Well, I mean,
really-
you mean when I well, I'm gonna put up a very bumbling ready defense because yeah, it was or surprise.
Since
I
it's
guess.
surprise. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with. Well, let's use the surprise rules,
Yeah.
like that we're all completely familiar with inside and out.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
yes.
he who thought of it gets it.
Whack.
Whack.
Yeah, my
So-
surprise is a 6.
So that's a 14 against a 6. So that's easily. Now you're pulling your punches. So technically,
I'm sure.
I think that's double plus. So that would do like a stunned condition, which is fine.
Which is fine. Oh God, I love it.
All
Just
right.
a mild concussion.
So for effect, there's a
Yes.
there's a nice oozing gash on the side of Caleb's forehead here, and mission accomplished. Atticus.
What's Janice gonna do? Janice wants to get in on this,
Oh yeah.
which I love the
I
idea
want
of just
to-
capping me or some shit.
I'm gonna hamstring you. So you
What?
fall on the ground. Yeah, not hamstring. That's not the right word. Flat tire you so you fall on the ground. Roll
What is
you
it?
around in the dirt. You can't be looking so nice.
Curb stomp. He's gonna do a
Yeah.
curb stomp.
It's like,
All nice and dusty.
oh God. All right. So I
All right. Now
I
you
don't know
look
where
real.
my I don't know where my so my like
Oh, and his
wounded or
robes.
what?
Rip his robes a little bit.
All right, so you're just gonna ruffle them. You're just gonna ruffle them up a little bit.
Ruffle them up.
All right.
Tear his sleeve.
I
All right.
Give
So
him one of
really
those-
hate
give
to
him one
do
of those
this,
Captain
Caleb,
Kirk
but
orange-
what's the approach here, Caleb? How are you?
Let me see if we didn't see any road from kind of logically where I'd have come from, because I would have come from wherever the Forbidden Zone or back home. So which is where we're facing. Is there any road or anything going down that way, or is it?
Yeah,
just...
you would cross over one of these, probably this first bridge here from the right hand side.
So if there's no oh man, why am I doing this? So stupid.
No,
Yeah, so I'm gonna probably not even act injured, and try and walk or stagger out of the woods and to the bridge, and moan or something. When I get near the bridge, I'll just start moaning.
So do you want to roll a con roll just to see?
Oh, I'm hurt. Okay, yeah. Let me see. I love
Oh my eye! It is so much pain.
Oh God, no, it really is. Where's my con? Oh yeah. This is my clever trap. I got 6 dice of this. This is gonna suck. Sucks to be them. Yeah, I'm just gonna like put on the Moni act. 19.
19, nice. All right, so easily get into character. You do your lines or whatever as you're walking down. Yeah,
Help me!
crossing down into the bridge. So Janice, Atticus, how much distance are you guys keeping? What's your plan?
I'm gonna stay pretty well covered, use my hunting skills, but try to get as close to the edge of the river without being spotted, so I can hear what kind of challenge they give him when he's crossing the bridge.
All right.
something like over here. In
Yeah.
this brush along the river.
Yeah. Perfect. All right, Caleb, you drag yourself across the bridge by your eyelids.
Even those are bruised.
There's a little bit of a celebration just on the other side of the river. You can see in the market area there. Let me find, where are we here? We got to go back to this one. Hang on.
I dragged my portrait. I forgot about how that works. Did I mention how much I really do like this software?
Yeah, this is cool.
All right. So Caleb, you're coming in from the right side here as you cross the bridge. So you can just drag your token right on the edge. Straight ahead of you, you see a male human and a young boy. They see you kind of come into this area, and they look a little frightened. They kind of start to slowly back away and point. They're definitely behaving a little bit differently than you would typically expect. Humans, they would either run in absolute, fear and horror, but they're kind of more making these like grunting, pointing noises, and pointing at you in fear. A young female chimp sees all of this taking place, and a couple other chimps in the area, but a young female chimp sees you and rushes up to you. Oh, you poor dear.
Like she's an Irish chimp.
Yeah, poor dear. And you can see there's another gorilla. Looks to be in some sort of not an official constable police outfit, but he's definitely got a little bit of the bits of armor. It's kind of more cobbled together pieces. He's got a little bit of military armor, a little bit of civilian clothing. Kind of comes up and looks. He does have a gun slung. However, he doesn't take it out or anything, but he does watch this young cheap chimp female begin to attend to you. Oh, you poor dear. Where did you come from?
I was lost. There was I don't know. I was attacked. I was ambushed by, and I'm gonna wild humans.
Oh, goodness. In this area?
Why do you have you have humans here? What's going on?
Well,
Can
yes.
I get scared? What?
This is Thessa. Where did you come from? How did you get here?
I was struck on the head. Who are you again?
Oh,
Where am I?
My name is Lise.
Oh, lies. Got it.
No, Lise, but that's okay. You'll
Les.
let's get you to the infirmary.
Oh. I'm gonna see if I can fall a few times, which probably isn't bad since I've been curb stomped. My knee probably gave out already.
Yeah, I think your 19 is going to cover you at least for the short term.
The rest of it, there's blood and bruises.
Yeah, so she's gonna lead you through this marketplace, and you see as this gorilla kind of falls in behind you, he's kind of looking at you a little suspicious, but not too concerned. But he's definitely gonna follow along in behind. As you move, you can see right here. I'm gonna zoom in for everybody at home.
Damn willpower. All right.
There are two. Well, these two continue to run that are here. They just kind of run around and hide in behind you. But on your right, as you're moving forward with Lise and this gorilla, you see another male human and a female. Their posture is a little different, and the male has what you see to be a headband actually on his brow.
Oh.
So his posture's a little different. Most of the humans are kind of bent over and, a little bit of knuckle draggers. Whereas these two humans are somewhat obviously uplifted a little bit. They've got a little bit of a different air about them. There's something different with these two for sure. The other two that were running away were, a little bit lower on the scale. These two definitely seem a little more interested and attentive, and they do not back away when you walk by.
What do their ears look like?
What do their what?
Their ears. What do their ears look like? Are they kind of shiny?
Shiny ears?
Like just very clean ears.
No, they're still pretty dirty. They're dirty-ish humans, but I guess they're a little more groomed, if that's kind of the question. So, but not, I'm going to, he's not a king or anything, if that's the...
No, I'm going to refer to him as Bright Ears. Because I wanted to make that cut really, really bad, and I wasted 15 minutes of game time on it.
No, it's okay.
But yeah, because there's an air of intelligence. Something's in there.
Bright Ears, yes.
Bright Ears.
Oh, I see. Yes, I got it.
Yeah, that was my Sorry, you've got this thing called a game to manage.
It took me a minute, but I got it. So, okay.
Sorry about that. Yeah, but I'm not gonna make any
sudden moves.
I'm gonna be looking around very obviously. Not necessarily. I'm not trying to be surreptitious about it, but I'm definitely I've got that gathering intel vibe because I think I'm a little overwhelmed about this. So I'm making either I'm a looky-loo or I'm a terrible spy. Someone's got to decide.
So you can see off in the direction that you're being led straight ahead. There's another little human boy there playing with a stick in the dirt. There's another chimp female straight ahead. There's a male chimp over here. Seems to be trying to teach this female human something to do with a toy or some kind of little gadget that he's kind of trying to show her how to use something. Another male human you can see further off to the side there. And just, folks are looking at you, but they're not panicked. They don't seem concerned or worried.
Well, that's the first thing that's going to change around here in a few minutes.
All right, so back to Janice and
Yep.
Atticus. You watch as Caleb sort of hobbles across the bridge. He's greeted by a female chimp. You can just see behind them. There's a couple humans that are kind of scurrying around. And then very quickly, Caleb and the female chimp, Lise. If you listen really, really closely, you picked up her name. And they disappear into the market area.
I wonder if we should pretend we're pursuing him and see what kind of commotion that causes.
Oh, sweet.
I
Jesus.
don't know if I want to walk into a village claiming to be the one who just beat up another guy.
We could say we're coming to rescue him, that we saw him get beat up.
He
Oh,
fell
did you?
down a hill. Don't listen to him.
We didn't really plan that.
Well, did they hear? Were they enough? Well, because they caught her name, so I'm hoping that my atrocious overacting conveyed, my cover story being attacked by humans.
Mm-hmm.
Does that? Okay, I just wanted to let you guys know you were thinking about that.
I'll let you guys have retconned a story.
Plan to this even a little bit. Yeah. Okay.
Plan? What is plan?
What is that?
All right, let's go in and say he's a compatriot of ours that was attacked by humans, and we want to see how he's doing.
Okay, how soon after
threatening?
How soon after he passes sort of out of your immediate view are you moving in?
Let's wait about 20 minutes.
20 minutes. Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm gonna be getting the enema. I'm gonna be getting all kinds of things done to me. Who knows what kind of medicine these hippies have?
A little bit of Reiki and a little
bit of Reiki. Quickly bring his chakras up. Oh
my,
shit!
My
But actually, if I
thinking is
can,
that if we're too close to you, you wouldn't have sought out the village.
oh yeah. No,
we would have just taken care of you. So I want it to be long enough, like, oh, we finally found his tracks.
All right. So Lise leads you off to
Yep.
sort of the northern little trail here, the path.
Yep. Okay.
And you see sort of much of the same as you move through other parts of the village. I'm just going to pop a few more little scenes up here. Similar. I'm not going to bother putting you on the map.
They have beach umbrellas.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
they found a painting somewhere and replicated them. So
yeah. And just as a quick thingy, the people that are manipulating, I'm not going to go on my way to look, but if we pass by them, is it if we got writing, have we got what, if any, little toys that they got?
The people that are manipulating
the humans, the humans that are drawing in the ground. Well, you mentioned in the back there that there was a human drawing in the ground.
Yeah, she was. They had some sort of a little wooden puzzle toy type thing. He was trying to teach her how to use this little wooden puzzle.
Okay.
So a stick that you catch a little ring on, right?
Oh God. Oh, I'm gonna be racist, the racist uncle here. So I'll say, why aren't your humans? Why don't you have the leashes on them? I mean, look what they did to me. They can turn at any second.
No.
Not caring who I offend at this moment.
No, not at all. Thessa is a new place for humans and apes to live in harmony. Dali has had a vision. He's had a vision of the future. And Dali has learned much about pre-simian times as well. Thessa is, well, it's the place of the fifth path. We have gorillas, we have orangutans, we have chimps, and we have humans, but we're all going to transcend those four to a fifth new path. And that's what's happening here in Thessa.
Shit, they're into bestiality. Apes and humans. Yeah, because for them, yeah, how much is it going to take for me not to vomit at this point? Yeah, the worst part is I've got a really great willpower, so I will be able to just kind of choke it down. But I've clearly got priest robes on. So
So I'm going to just give me 1 sec here.
Pre-shimming, did you say? Yeah, I'll just keep blabbing with her a little. But boy, she seems super agreeable. She's not like escalating or anything.
All right, sorry, I had one thing here. All right. Okay, so she leads you into a building, and I'm going to move you there now.
Okay.
And we'll put you.
Well, chimps can't be doctors.
Where is Lise? Where did she go? Sorry about that.
She could have just dumped me. No. I want to stand on whatever the red dots are.
Where is she? Darn it. Oh, there she is. Okay, got it. Okay. So she leads you into a single-story building.
Okay.
It's fairly well constructed of stone and wood. And straight ahead of you, I'll put her here. So straight ahead of you on the right is a chimp in what appears to be a lab coat. Doctor. And it's not Dr. Yanik. Doctor, could you please look at our visitor here? He seems to have been injured. Oh, why, yes. Come this way. Come. Have a seat over here. We'll say he wants you to sit sort of in the corner here. As you enter, you can see further down in this room, there are 2 gorillas that appear to be sort of in guard garb, just kind of lounging around down on a crate here. Let me open this up a little bit more, just for you to see.
We got us a fog of war.
Yeah. Oops. Too many buttons, and this is the problem with these VTTs. It's just too much.
It is a lot of
Oh my God, wrong button. All right, I'm just massacring this thing.
Not as much as what you guys are going to do when it's your turn.
Here we go.
Oh, this is going to suck.
Ignore that.
We just walked straight into Alcatraz and demanded the release of Al Capone.
Yeah, ignore the green thing there. So
gotcha.
I can't get rid of
those guys.
So
They got some serious grins.
2 gorilla guards there. The doctor comes over and starts examining you, and Lise just kind of sits on this little bench, very concerned.
Okay.
So what seems to have happened?
Oh, I was attacked by wild humans. I was in the Forbidden Zone doing an archaeological expedition, and we were attacked by humans. I'm going to make up a story that they don't know about. Well,
All right,
I'm going to lose it and ad lib.
All right, let's do a con roll for that.
Okay.
You are injured, so we'll make it.
That's what I was wondering.
There's a little bit of benefit from.
Well, I'm also kind of, I'd be happy to take extra dooms as well for just not throwing up about the whole. I'm already befuddled by the humans too. So.
Well, I think it'll offset. We'll make it a 15. So
okay.
Another 19. So yeah.
I threw 19 because that's how I literally roll.
Well, you've definitely seem to have been injured here. There's a strange crosshatch pattern though that looks like the butt of a gun, but Nonetheless,
Yes, I fell upon my oh poor Elmo. He was my assistant. They took him. The savages took him, and while he was striking out, I think he's not the smartest gorilla, and he smashed me in the head.
oh well.
Poor
I see.
Elmo.
I see. Well, we'll get you stitched up here in no time, and have you out to the celebration.
Celebration. I'm
Well-
Dr. One. Yes, young man. Celebration.
Well, it's
Chesterfield. What?
it's just Summer's Eve. It's just Summer's Eve here in
What a
Fessa.
douche.
Although there is a somewhat grim activity happening tomorrow, but we don't need to talk about that.
I look to Les. Is it Les? No, I mangled her name now. I don't remember the real
Lee's.
name.
Please.
Yeah, I'm gonna check on Lee's and see if she gets uncomfortable by it, or I'm gonna pump her for information later.
Okay. Yeah, she's just leaning against the wall, sort of watching the doctor tend to your wounds.
Yes, it'll be an interesting thing when we've invented anesthetic. Just stitching my head back together.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bite on a piece of leather.
All right, so let's switch back to Atticus and Janice as they are making their way into town.
Avenge Elmo. Oh God.
One, it's this one. Yeah, here we go. All right, let's clear those rolls. So you, oh wait, no, it's not this one. It's a different one.
That's
This
the
one. Sorry, it was this one.
map.
I got to get rid of this dumb.
I like that it just comes along. Well, it's the map. It's the main.
Yeah, the green
Table.
thing is.
Let's see if I can erase. Oh, I want to see if I can erase it. Nope. It's
Yeah,
not
I got
mine.
it. I got it. It's gone. All right. Okay, you two can drag your tokens onto the side here. Over on the right side. Yep, there beside Atticus. Janice. Yep, there you go. So as you enter in, there are now two. I think this is actually a different map. This is.
Yeah, that was the second one we did.
Oh, it was the second map. Yeah.
No, I can tell because there's a general gorilla in this.
Yeah. All right.
And also there's
Got the
beach umbrellas.
Yeah,
There
you
we go.
Yeah, this one. So you come in from here. So we'll just move some folks around a little bit. They were doing their little evening activities. All right. As you move in, you are greeted by a guard gorilla, for lack of a better term. Oh, very gruff. Oh, welcome to Thessa. How did you get here?
We were following a friend of ours. He was wounded, attacked. He's
Wounded
an
off.
orangutan.
Attacked by what?
Feral humans.
Yes, there are still a few of those around. Well, I believe Lee's has taken him, her, yes, him. Lee's, her. Sorry, my pronouns are a little messed up. Lee's has taken him to the infirmary.
Can we
You're
see
welcome
him?
you're welcome to go to the infirmary, or you can stay here and have some wine and food.
Oh, that sounds good to have.
Visitors
But-
Tempting. It's quite
visitors
tempting.
are welcome in Thessa, especially apes.
Oh, thank you. Oh, especially apes. That's that's very good to know. So we noticed there were a lot of humans kind of
Well,
out and
yes,
about.
that is the doctrine of the day. Dali, our illustrious leader, seems to have had an epiphany relating to humans, and well, this is where we're at.
How long have you been in Tesla?
Oh well, we've been working to assimilate these humans for well over a year and a half to 2 years now here in Thessa.
I
As
hear
you
their
can see, we have
resistance
a
is futile.
well-established villa, so this didn't just happen overnight.
Yes, no, that's why I was wondering. Maybe I can't tell, but I wondered if you had been born here or you're from Ape City or the
Oh
Vale.
no! I'm from the farm I'm from the farm villages in the East Passage, but I had explored a little bit of the area, and I met some wandering minstrels who convinced me that perhaps a sojourn into the forbidden zone. I was going to say neutral zone. A sojourn into the forbidden zone for a new life, as it were, was probably a good thing. So here I am. Welcome.
I've seen a lot of strange things in the forbidden zone, but this is the strangest. I've never thought that there could be a healthy village here.
Well, it takes some getting used to. These humans are undergoing a process that seems to make them more ape-like. So, anything that makes humans more ape-like, I guess, is in some respects okay.
Will they ever grow hair on their bodies?
Yeah. Well, would you like me to take you to the infirmary?
Yeah, that wine sounds really good, but yeah, I think we should at least check on our friend.
All right.
Do you have patrols out in your fields to protect them?
Yes, we have some patrols, but we're so deep into the forbidden zone, we don't see visitors too often. We do get a number of pilgrims, however, many pilgrims coming from some of the ape villages. Word is starting to spread slowly. It is a bit hush hush, but some apes are making their way here slowly, looking for a new life, looking for a new way of living with the humans.
Living with the humans. So
a
different way than
let me rephrase. The humans are living with us.
Yeah, that's more like it.
All right, so
much better like that.
Yeah, he'll lead you through the.
Can I get a wine to go?
Well, sure. Just you can just grab a bottle right here. He stops at a little cart and hands you each a small bottle of wine, and continues on your merry way, following him along up through the map. I'm gonna copy.
Do you make your wine, or do you have trade routes?
Oh, sorry. What was that?
With other places, do you trade with places like the Eastern Farms or the Vale?
Well, some of us do have our connections still with some of the distant farms, but most everything is grown here in the valley. Wow. Yes, we do make some wine.
Amazing.
Very self-sufficient. We've managed to build quite a sustainable village here. All right, so he's going to take you through this one. Whoops. I will show you here. So I'll take you through this. Leading your way up again. Little human sort of scurries a little bit out of your way as you kind of make your way through.
They still seem skittish.
Well,
least
some of them are not quite accustomed to the lifestyle here yet, but some of them are being trained.
At least they're not attacking.
Oh no, we do have to influence them a little bit sometimes, but for the most part, they're learning. They're learning relatively quickly. But there's more arriving almost every day. 1s and 2s that are brought in by our trackers. But it definitely takes some getting used to.
It's very odd.
All right, so let's switch back to Caleb. And after 10 15 minutes of sort of treatment here, Caleb, Dr. New.
Oh, is that his name?
Dr. New, yes.
So that the G is silent.
Well, I just wrote NU, but you can.
Oh, I'm going to decide. I'm going to decide that that's
If there's a G in there, that's totally fine. So.
Mm-hmm. It was named after a book they found.
Yeah, and he's got some horns.
Horns.
Dr. New pronounces you treated. Well,
okay. Got my eyelid is stitched up. But yeah, it's like no. I'm gonna get up wobblyly and say, "Is there somewhere I could get a rest or a drink, and to mourn poor Elmo?"
We can find you some accommodations for the evening. Yes, that shouldn't be a problem. So as you're talking with Dr. New, Lise is still just sort of leaning against the wall. Seems like she's kind of gathering herself to lead you out. You hear a voice coming from the corner that you recognize. Caleb?
Who's that? Which corner?
Is over down by the gorilla guards.
Oh, where I can't see. Okay.
Yeah, you can't see. You hear a voice. Caleb? Lector Caleb? Is that you? Do I recognize your voice? You recognize Dr. Yanik's voice.
I work to keep my colon from just releasing all of its contents at this moment.
Hush, you. Hush. And one of the guards smashes his little spear against the wall here. You're going to get yours tomorrow. Hush.
What's... Oh, shit. Well, no, I've given my name, right? No, have I given my name? Yeah, I've given my name. Shit. So,
well,
what, Mike? Caleb?
You maybe didn't share a name. They maybe haven't asked you.
Yeah, let's do an evens odds thing to see if I shared my name, because I don't think remember.
You did. I don't believe you did.
Okay. Who is that back there? Is there someone delusional back there?
Oh yes. That's Yanik from Darkridge. He is he's scheduled to be executed tomorrow. He has been found guilty of atrocities, crimes against humanity, as it were.
Oh God. Oh, I don't know if they could actually have a crime committed against them.
Well,
we're going to do it in front of the trans person. I feel there's a trans person nearby. I just don't know it for sure. But
certainly, it's hogwash, Caleb. It's hogwash. Hush, you, hush. And they smash their spears against the door again.
I don't know who this Caleb person is. He keeps talking. Is he really okay?
Is he talking about you?
Was he? But no, he thinks I'm someone he knows, but I have no idea. I've never heard of this Dr. Yamaka. Dr. Yamaka?
His name is Yanik. He was stationed at Darkridge near the on the he was under the guidance of High Prefect Sora in the Vale. You must know him.
Oh yes, I know Sora, but I never traveled until just recently. So our little expedition just sort of absolutely ignored a major city installation that we could have provisioned at. We just struck out without checking in.
Caleb, you must get me out of here.
Again, who
You
is this Caleb person? And I'm gonna like do the ape, no hearing thing.
Hush, you, hush. These gorillas, one of them you see kind of just disappears into the room. And the other one is just standing there, and you hear a little bit of, thumping.
I watched him
Someone's
do
getting a little bit of a roughing up.
I heard him do some pretty hinky. I saw the tapes of him doing some pretty hinky shit. So, it's like okay. So the crime. What did he what did he do? It's a crime. I guess there's nothing's really off the menu with humans. Well, there's a few things.
Things are a bit different here in Thessa. With the fifth path, we are on track to uplift these humans as best we can with the guidance of ORPHEON.
What? Now there's another person I got to keep track of.
ORPHEON is the name that was on the headbands.
Okay, got it. Oh man, I need to get some spit and rub to see if there's extra letters I'm missing.
TM.
TM or
and then a circle with an R in it.
There's an extra R. There's an extra thing that turns the P into an R. Yeah, no, I know that's bullshit. But yeah, there should be some dots between it. We just know that there's dots in my mind. But yeah, I'm man. He's yeah, I just this uplift. Now wait, but ape shall not kill ape. That is a sacred law. Have you abandoned that?
Well, yes. It's at this moment that the door opens. A gorilla guard steps through, and you see two of your familiar faces enter the room.
I don't remember.
Good. I see you're well, Caleb.
Yes, I'm.
I didn't know that you changed your name for this.
What?
We didn't cover that in
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you. I'm not letting you retcon that one.
It literally took me a second to go. Why is that a deal? Oh yes, now I remember. Shit. This is absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna go like.
Caleb, thank the Lawgiver we found you. Caleb, I was so concerned about you, Caleb.
You remember that my twin brother died in the savage human assault. He and poor fucking Oreo.
Elsa.
Yes, he and poor Oreo died in the assault. I'm Jaleb, remember? You were always confusing us in camp.
I thought you were Belyak.
No. That was my third triplet. Sorry, yes. Oh, I wanted to see some stupid rolls here. Here. Good job, guys.
You had him until he came in.
All right, so Atticus, the gorilla guard, just kind of does the secret guard handshake, with you, and waves to you, Janice. My name is Galat. I'll see you gentlemen later, or you gentle apes later.
Yeah, see you later, Galat. Thanks for the wine.
Thanks for the wine.
It's quite good.
So Galat leaves, and as the door,
I could really use that wine right now.
As the door opens and Galat walks out, in walks another gorilla at that same moment. And this is an absolutely enormous gorilla.
A 500
Very
pound
large.
gorilla.
What's that?
500-pound gorilla.
Yeah.
Yeah, the 500, the proverbial.
Yeah. Proverbial 500.
The literal 500, the titular.
So an absolutely enormous gorilla.
Looks like you've been eating Wheaties.
It's obviously they found steroids. They've discovered steroids.
Oh,
A
greetings.
man with big ears and short
Greetings,
stature.
visitors. Greetings. I am Dali. Welcome to
My
Fest.
eyes just go wide. Like, this is Dali. I'm thinking about
Well,
this is
Hello,
Dali.
Dali.
Hello, my darling. Hello, my baby. Hello, my ragtime girl.
I've heard your name, but I never would have expected.
Well, I get that
Nice
a lot.
to meet you, Dali.
Ah, well, yes.
I am Atticus.
Well, good to meet you. Where are you gentle apes from?
Well, we hearken from the Vale. And we've been looking through the area for archaeological finds. And our friend was attacked, wandered off in his delirium, and luckily found this village.
I groan and relapse and hit the floor.
Archaeology, you say. And under whose authority were you searching for these relics?
I'm just here under the authority of being paid as a bodyguard.
Yes, I see. Caleb!
He's dead. He's dead. He died in the human attack.
He's getting better.
I'm gonna start like I don't know. I'd love to just smash my head
Hush
into a
you.
wall. Oh God, no. Yeah, now I'm hearing a broken jaw shouting Caleb. It's like, fuck.
Yes. Well, if you're from the Vale, you must know of Dr. Yanik then. So Dali's just kind of strolling around a little bit. He's kind of looking at you, puts his hand on the bench and just kind of turns and moves and comes to the other side, leans a little bit on it, just trying to support his weight a bit. You must know Dr. Yanik then.
I personally don't know of him, but I don't usually hang out in the circles of science. Like I said, I'm a bodyguard. You haven't happened to see another gorilla around, have you?
Well,
present company accepted, of course. We had another partner.
We did get another visitor just around the same time as you folks came into the village, but I believe he's out.
He wandered off before the attack.
Yes. Well, I believe he's out having a little bit of wine with the rest of the celebrants.
Smart ape.
Sounds like him.
So, you were attacked, I hear. Caleb, is it?
Oh, Caleb. Caleb unfortunately perished in the human attack. I barely escaped, as you can see by these very distinctive, almost shoe print like markings that can be traced like a fingerprint.
Yes. Yes, I see. Well, we have done things a little bit differently here in Thessa.
I'd say so.
We are trying a radical experiment, if you will. Not quite to the radical extremes that Dr. Yanik has conducted, but we've managed to establish some methods of uplifting humans, and it seems to be taking effect. Heresy! Heresy! Yanik yells from the back room.
The fuck? Okay, this is all twisted around from what I expected. I'm beginning to.
Oh, Dr. Yanik, Mind your business. You had your opportunities, and you ruined them. You've spoiled any sense of morality with your atrocious treatment of other primates.
He what?
Well, he has
I
no
mean, he owes Caleb money, so maybe I should collect on that.
well, if
Poor Caleb.
I won't begrudge you. I won't begrudge you a face-to-face with him if you want to at least hear his side of the story. It's well documented, though, and he will pay for his crimes tomorrow.
Oh, if he's going to pay tomorrow, you should get your money now.
Yes.
He'll gladly pay you next Tuesday for the money you lend him now.
Well, Caleb would have wanted it that way. Let me see.
All right, so Dr. New is just going to ask you, Jaleb.
Yes.
Are you quite okay? Is there anything else you need?
Oh, I feel like could you be so kind as to I know you put stitches on, but they need to be very carefully bandaged, and I'm very worried about. I've just read about the germ theory of disease, and so I've just developed that. That's what we've done in ApeKind. And I'd like you to maybe give me the old unknown soldier look. Give me a little. What was the name of the invisible man? Claude Rains. Give me the Claude Rains bandage.
Well, it's quite unnecessary.
I feel that the forbidden zone sand is crept into my pores, and a poultice and a whole lot of bandages would go really far.
All right. Do you want to try to con him into
Damn straight. Oh God, this will be the time I roll it too. Let's do this. I am really conniving.
Well, and then Lise, while you're having a conversation with Dr. New, Lise will say, "I'll take my leave, Jaleb, and perhaps I'll see you outside. I'll definitely see you at the execution tomorrow." That was sort of an open-ended question.
That was not rhetorical, gentlemen.
Okay. She just kind of shrugs off the non-answer and leaves.
I must ask you, Dali, this execution thing, what crimes, what horrible things is this Yanik guilty of? I mean, we've never executed an ape in the Vale when I had been there. Not for anything.
Well, Atticus, is it?
Yes.
Everything we've been taught from young apes is a lie. Humans have predated the simian civilizations. There's undisputable proof of this. Indisputable and undisputable.
It's both.
Both, yes. Makes it absolutely undisputable.
Sounds pretty airtight.
And undisputable.
Oh, this hurts.
This is something that I would struggle greatly trying to accept this.
Well, the ancient scrolls, the sacred scrolls, really are, well, they are mostly illegitimate when it comes to truly understanding the morality that should be applied to other creatures, be they similar to ourselves or even lesser than ourselves.
Oh, God.
There are many lessons to be learned in the readings of the humans. We have a library here of human books.
What?
Human.
Oh yes.
Human books.
Yes.
Oh, I feel Alexandria coming on, gentlemen.
We've managed to collect a number of human tomes from the Forbidden Zone, and the teachings within those books are quite eye-opening. In fact,
Well,
I've established the fifth path based on the philosophical teachings within these books, the morality that has been established in some cases by the humans. Now, of course, many of the atrocities committed by the humans are certainly true. The rumors of the devastation that has been brought about this world by them, but we can learn, they can learn, we all must learn. Bollocks!
Should we not
Man.
start by not provoking any violence through capital punishment?
Well,
It would seem to me, of course, I'm not a politician, nor am I anything more than an old retired guerrilla soldier, but I just seems to me like some of the teachings of the Lawgiver might be pretty good. Like, no one should kill anyone.
well,
I imagine there's even human writings that say that.
well, there definitely are. However, we must punish tyrants, and Dr. Yanik is a tyrant.
What is he guilty of?
He is guilty of absolute immorality when it comes to primates, specifically humans.
Is he
He
like,
tortured them.
Oh, okay.
He killed them in most unspeakable ways.
That's what they're for, isn't it?
Have you been listening?
I mean, it just seems to me that you can't judge an ape by a morality that he did not know existed.
Oh, he's been told. He knows. Definitely he knows.
Oh God. Man,
How's
I
that
knew I liked
bandage
Dr.
coming?
Yanik for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know I knew I liked Dr. Yanik
Caleb.
for a reason though. He's really good. I don't know, Doctor, how the other eye. Just a little bit more over the other eye.
He's been mummifying you this whole time. So
I got straws out my nose for alginate.
I understand the strangeness of some of these decisions, but there have to be guidelines. Even though ape shall not kill ape is a doctrine from the sacred scrolls, we have to move beyond some of these things in order to define the expected behavior in a new world order.
What is this? This secret fifth thing? What do you call it?
The fifth path.
Fifth path.
So you've noticed on, and I forgot to mention the I didn't mention this. I actually have. Let me.
You got little badges.
It was hard to see when you were coming in.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was hard to see when you were coming into the village at night, but there were a few flags around the village that have the symbol, the 5 lines. So as Lee's explained it, I believe before, chimp, gorilla, orangutan, human, and then the strike through is the 5th path. So it's a new direction for the primates, all together, but still separate.
Separate but equal.
Separate but equal, yes.
Oh yeah, I believe that one of those should be higher. The orangutan one should be a little taller. I just like the idea.
Gorilla one should be broader.
Oh God.
Oops. No, just on the wrong map here.
Did you just say oops?
I said oops because I went to the wrong map.
Yeah. I'm really, by the way, I'm really like impressed with how much you've been able to kind of tease out. Because I'm assuming we've got generative images, but wow, that's actually pretty nice.
Yeah, the tools are getting better literally daily. It's crazy.
Yeah. Right up until
Listen.
co-pilots spilled their shit.
We've established the civilization here in Thessa. You are our guests. I'm not going to argue our morality. We've been studying, we've established our guidelines and doctrines. You are welcome to stay and observe. You are welcome to discuss anything you would like to discuss with Dr. Yanik. He's not forbidden. So by all means, you can question him about his own atrocities, but the decisions have been made. The tribunal has ruled. Dr. Yanik will be executed in the morning. That is the law.
How?
Man, that's a good question. How do you execute an ape here?
Never heard of such a thing.
It will be by firing squad.
Does he get to run?
Sounds like you could get in on that.
I always gave. Well, no, never mind.
There's no humans here. I've noticed that there's no humans here, so you're among apes. You can just say the ape word.
I caught myself because I realized that I would give away a little too much about that's it's sort of like throwing a little gas on Yanik.
Cameron, I demand it. I, as a fellow player, demand a goddamn dice roll by consent of the table.
Oh, I suppose. What stat would I use to keep my mouth shut? Would that be like a subterfuge thing? Let's see.
No, it'd probably be like, let's see here. It would be
charm.
No, there's a
or instinct.
Grit.
Maybe
probably be grit.
Oh, good, because I have a whole extra die in that.
Shutting your yap is the most important thing.
Yeah, that's you have no trouble sort of managing your self-control with the 16.
Yeah, I realized I better not say I let the humans run before I shoot them in the backs.
I don't know. They'd understand. It's an ape thing.
Yeah, Dali kind of caught the reference, but kind of dismissed it as.
You do a high roll, like
yeah,
19th century thinker.
Yeah. Well, he understands it. He's dealt with a lot of apes having to assimilate.
Yeah.
To Thessa.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I have other business. We can find you accommodations for the evening, but welcome to Thessa. You are welcome to stay as long as you like. However, while you're here, you must abide by the rules.
As long as this elderberry wine keeps coming.
Well, we have lots of that.
Okay, I'm going to make my way over to the other important plot point.
All right.
Oh, you did a good job. Now to get the money. That is the true meaning of ape kind. Yeah. And I'm just going to stagger over and try and disguise my voice.
Okay. Dali heads out as well and leaves.
Wait, we're all alone with the guards?
Yep, 2 guerrilla guards.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if we can get them stuck in a python loop.
Yes. No, I've
We're coming with you.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Oh, God. Oh, when you said Python, I went to programming languages because we had no.
Oh, no.
So thanks.
No, I'm in a Monty Python loop.
Oh, I know. Yeah, it's like
we're here with 2 guards.
You want me to stand here and guard him?
Well, as long as one of them doesn't stay.
That's one of the best lines, right? It seemed a bit daft having to guard him when he's a god.
He's a god.
I was also waiting for their next shtick. If we visit them a second time, they'll have moved through the dialogue tree so that they'll be the lie and truth guards.
Oh. No.
So I'm going to. So is it like a? Is there like a cage door essentially, or is it just open like that?
Yeah, it's like a cage, a wooden roped together cage door. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going
kinda-
to try and.
He's just kind of laying on some straw here in the corner, the way a human would be treated, ironically.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
So I'm gonna now do a voice. Go. Hello. Are you? This is Minister Caleb. My dead brother was named Caleb, and I think you owed him money.
What? I don't.
Oh yes, you owed him a tremendous amount of money.
I don't recall any
Yes, there
debts
was many.
owed.
There were some circles. The money was very round, very circly,
I don't recall that, but
stamped.
nonetheless, I'm in a bit of a different permit. I'm not exactly in a situation to make good on some old debts.
Well, I mean, surely you have something lying around you. You have a house that we can. And I'm producing parchment from nowhere because I'm just going to do that, or I will get the politician to do it. Oh, well, we just happen to have the documents here to sign that gives us the rights back to your estate. Now that you may have passed, I believe that my dead brother would have wanted that.
Okay, this is going to be a tough con, but you can go for it.
Absolutely know that because, like, no brother. No, there's a level of stupid I just tried to pull here.
Well, Dr. Yanik is also a fairly learned fellow, and he doesn't just suddenly have, a brain tumor.
Yes, but he's been smacked in the head repeatedly. Well, yes, throw himself to the floor. I will have him thrown to the floor, Centurion.
Throw him to the floor again. Yeah.
Now, bang
It
your
sounds
head
like
upon
we need a Monty Python
Yeah.
TTRPG is what this is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sounds
there's
like, yeah.
Modifius put one out. There's a Kickstarter.
Oh,
But
is
also I'm that, and I'm also in it's History of the World with Cheech and Chong doing the Mayan, the Catholic, the priest and the conquistador. Like, and who is God's representative in the immediate vicinity? Bang your head upon the floor. Keep banging. Yeah, so I'm going to like say, well, you must well, here, sign this. And while he's doing it, I'm going to do a quick, check on this. I'll write it up so it'll be nice and legal. I'm just gonna say, what the fuck happened? And I'm just gonna slip it to him if the gorillas are allowing it.
Okay, you want to? The gorillas they're allowing it. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if they can
Dali had said, there's no secrets here. You can talk to Yanik. The judgment has been made.
Okay. Waiting for myself to overheat under the bandages. I wonder if we just get a cone instead.
Cone of shame.
Cone of shame.
All right. Did you roll?
Oh, what did I need to roll? Actually, that was
you were rolling.
con. Okay, you said you used it in a sentence, and I immediately thought, oh, that was a nice narrative touch. Boom. 23.
Can I tell he's trying to get a message to Yanik? Like, can I make an observation of some kind or perception roll?
Sorry, what kind of observation? What do you mean?
I want to see, can I sort of figure out that Caleb's trying to get a message to him? And if so, then I would like to distract one of the guards with small talk.
Okay. Are you trying to get a message to him?
Well, yeah, I do want to use the will, his signing the will over to us as a way to get him a message, at least to ask what happened, and we can talk in ape code. Or the special can't only orangutan, orangutan. Yeah, we'll speak orangutan and also high old academia, which is what happens when you get your PhD. You get a secret language. Cameron, I'm sorry, but you didn't get the language. So I'm going to kind of walk somewhere. Yep.
So you could probably test out with the guards using very fancy words just to see if they respond, they might be like, "Oh, I don't know that word," or whatever, and you kind of start using the science speak a little. So yeah, we can try that.
Oh God.
So all right. So the con was not to con Yanik. The con was to con the guards. Is that right?
Yeah. I mean, because I figured out, oh crap, I can slip Yanik a freaking message. Originally, I was thinking I was going to buffalo him, and then forgive me for changing my plan midstream.
No, it's okay. No, I don't mind it at all. I think it's actually.
I am an American with a capricious ruler, so we're taking lessons.
No, I don't mind it.
And then when I saw him change his plan, that's why I was like, could Atticus make a perception roll and then help?
Yes.
By
small
talking one of the guards.
Yes, you can. Let's do a. And Janice, do you want to get in on this too?
Yeah, I'll talk to the other guard.
Okay, so you're gonna do like a charm or something, or we're just
show some leg.
Yeah, I'm gonna flirt with the guard.
I was in a rolly chair.
Your charm is okay. You got a pretty good charm there, Janice.
Yeah. That's
all right.
Thing.
Okay, so give me a charm or a con, depending on whatever you're doing. And Caleb, you have passed the first hurdle. Okay. The next one will be a little bit. So Dr. Yanik recognizes. I'm assuming you're not hiding who you are at this point.
Shit. I'm not going to write down I am Caleb, but it's like, I know Caleb. Please tell me what's happening. I'm going to keep pretending I'm not Caleb. So there's that whole extra level of bluff that you can just still keep in your back pocket.
Yep. All right. So if, Atticus 15, 21. Yeah. So you guys easily earn Caleb an extra die on his communication with Yanik.
Okay.
So you've got Yanik's attention now with the documentation. The guards are distracted. They're basically letting you kind of go right up to the fence or the door. Yanik sort of hobbles over. So provided you pass another 20 difficulty, and you will get an extra die on this one.
Okay.
Well, you already passed one, and it is very difficult.
20? Yeah, but wow. All right, yeah. Oh, I don't disagree. It's just like
15 is average, remember? 15's average.
Man. All right. So this is for me to ask him a question, correct?
No, if you pass this one, you can have a complete conversation with him about whatever you want.
Gotcha. All right. Con, and then I've got to add another. Is there a good way to add another die, or do I just add it myself?
I think you just add it. Easier is that's the simplest. Nice.
Got a wild die, and I got one more. You can't take that away from me. Yeah, that 2 made all the difference.
25. That puts you to the next. That makes a very difficult pass. So, with the help of your compadres, distracting the guerrilla guards, really just completely occupying their minds with tales of the Forbidden Zone and talking about Thessa, you are able to ask Dr. Yanik anything you like and have any kind of conversation you like. So,
okay,
we'll say 3 questions ish.
Okay.
Well, there may be you might be able to get like a yes no follow up on a couple.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to assume I'm going to go with the fancy words because I just punched something into the plagiarism machine, and now I'm going to do the country lawyer thing. Permit me to inquire with all due solemnity and under the burdensome weight of doctrinal integrity, what precisely have you been enacting upon the mute vessels of the humans? Speak truthfully, for the shadows that cling to this place are heavy with sacrilege. and I am prepared spiritually and thirdly to exercise the rod. And I point to my friends like that they've got guns. I'll just make the sound. So basically, I do want to tell me what you're doing with the people so I can figure out if you need to be busted out or stoned to death, I think is my attitude.
Well,
So get your chat GPT out, buddy. Go
yeah,
for it.
I can take the time if you want.
I would love it. I would love it. We will sit amongst ourselves for a second or two. Is that okay?
Yeah,
Because I really enjoy it. I hated to spring that on you because you're busy, but now I love being a player. So yeah, this is kind of weird. I like that we got Gorilla Guards and Gorilla Glass. I wonder if they got glass with them or glue.
Glue. Yeah, there's got to be glue.
There's got to be glue somewhere. They must
Or
melt the
even
human
that good black colored duct
That
tape
tape.
type stuff.
Yeah, the tape.
Oh,
is
that's
good.
nasty.
Gorilla tape. That's
Oh,
powerful stuff.
It'll hold a boat together.
Yeah, maybe that's what they put on your face for bandages.
Oh well,
The doctor borrowed the gorilla's tape.
you stuck it on there real well.
Yeah,
You stop us anytime
Mitch,
you want, Rob.
yeah, no,
don't pull that off fast.
The first response wasn't great. It was too tame.
Oh, okay. Because I had it. I speak. I need to be overly sophisticated way of saying everything. So
Yeah, no. Hopefully this one
Okay.
will be more.
you got some pointed shit to hand to me. You could just say Mengele and just move.
No, well, we'll try this. So, cognitive elevation required a control set. To assess the synaptic influences, we inhibited a structured process of progression and food restriction, social isolation, timed exposure to signal vectors, and compliance with chart resistance. Everything of it cataloged. The initial cohort demonstrated viable recursion learning. The others lacked neural resilience. They were repurposed. He glances at Caleb, professional to professional. We tested thresholds. We measured burn-in decay. Specimen taught us more in 7 days than decades of conjecture. Would you have wasted this opportunity? We didn't break them. They're just fragile.
Oh, baby. Finally, somebody around here that makes fucking sense. So would any of these models have been to further the knowledge of ape kind for its to further physiology that using lower species has been somewhat frowned upon of late, and I presume that you have uncovered some very interesting things which could progress ape medicine 100-fold. I didn't type anything in. I just hope for the best.
Yeah, no. Well,
It's obvious. Yeah.
Human biology is similar to apes, and we did learn some remedies and treatments that may be applied to ape physiology. Most of these treatments were in our efforts to keep the humans alive in order to prolong the test. So, yes, some of these treatments could be applicable to humans. You have to remember that these humans were exposed to Uplift technology, and of course we couldn't allow that. We had to fully analyze what had actually taken place within their brains. What did this signal, this information that these headbands were feeding them actually do to them? We had to study this, of course.
Okay. So if you tried it on an ape,
Is that your third question?
I'm willing to go with.
It's a yes. No,
I think that's a yes. I think that's very much a yes. Yes.
No.
Damn it. Yep. If I had another question, it would be to where would his notes be, but I think we can figure that out from somewhere else. They're probably burned already.
You may have blown them up.
My notes are at the lab. I'm a bit ashamed to admit. I was using the human technology to capture my notes.
Well, you must use every tool at your disposal, and I find it to be very insightful that you can manage such primitive, violent technology for greater ape good. At this point, I'd love to snap his neck or some shit like that. Just go in peace. Crack.
Dr. Yanik?
I want to get
Or the gorillas?
I got what I needed out of him. I get one out of here.
Just watch the show.
Listen.
Oh yeah. What? All right. Well, we, and I'm going to tell him, sit tight. We will have. Let me see. I'm going to see if I can have the flower language. Out of ape jail.
All right.
Let me see. Yeah. Steel your spirit and remain steadfast. The mechanisms of your unjust captivity are already under strain. I look at the ghosts, the two girls. I have no idea if it was picking up what I'm putting down. Providence wielded by capable hands shall soon unfasten your shackles.
Someone's been opening fortune cookies.
Someone got one of them human thesauruses wedged in his crack.
Forget about me.
Done.
Who's that guy?
None of this matters. Not the rituals, not the politics, not what I've done. These headbands are not the source. They're just fragments, breadcrumbs. Something greater lies beyond, deeper into the forbidden zone. Something that chose to teach. If you need the truth, if you want the truth, not ideology, not control, then you must find this place where the signal begins. You must find ORPHEON. And you must find them before Dali does.
Oh yeah, I'd love to know if Dali put one of those on his dick or something. It's a tiny one he used as a C ring. That's why. Just thinking he's a 500-pound gorilla, so I'm thinking if you could use this as a pinky ring, or
God,
biologically, I think that doesn't work that way, but it's just like this. But
yeah, I don't know. That's not something I've ever studied or looked at. So
I have a doctor's degree in science, so yeah, I studied that.
Skip a bit, brother.
Skip on a bit, brother. I get off the book of animal genitalia, chapter 7. And lo, the creepy closed species of the Therians shall shut up.
Counting
yes.
the inches.
Yeah. Counting the inches, yes. So it makes good candles. You see, you get a mold. And if you need to have an all-night candle, you go get a giraffe. But then you move on to wombat. If for eggs, chimp. So anyway, what I'm thinking of is, all right, well, I'll say, okay, well, look for us when we shall come. Now, shoot, I really, I need to talk with my, I need to, you've given me much to think about, and thank you. And I say very loudly, I'm glad that you'll repay your debt to my dead brother. You're a very honorable ape, despite all that you have done improperly and horrifically. You're still a bad person. And then I'm gonna go, I guess, start to leave a little bit, and I don't know what I'm gonna do next. So you guys are still talking, so I'm like making the grand exit or the grand move away.
So what do you gorillas do around here for fun when you're not guarding a
Well, there's
mass murdering orang?
There's very good hunting in the valley.
That sounds good. What do you hunt?
Oh, there's deer.
I mean, the most exciting prey seems to be welcomed in your village.
Huh. Yes, well, many think that at first, but when sitting in the knowledge and insight of Dali, he can have an influence on your ways of thinking.
Interesting.
Oh man, he has it around his dick. he took a hit off the he took a hit off the band somehow. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah.
God, I really want to. Shit, and he doesn't know where it is. We got to go hunt. Yeah, because I really don't give a rat's about Dr. Young, really, to be honest. Yeah, I guess I'm going to say, well, let us go get his. Well, I shall now collect your debt to my dead, long gone brother. And I'm just gonna nope on out of there.
Okay.
Let's see if I
Atticus?
can find a girl.
I'll leave too. I mean, I'm done talking to these guys.
Yeah. If he's done, I'm done.
God, I feel like I'm like walking us away from a plot point.
Perhaps tomorrow after the execution, you can show me where to hunt these deer.
Well, absolutely. We'd be thrilled to have you, an accomplished hunter such as yourself. Assuming you've been talking about hunting this whole time and your exploits and so on.
My tracking skills and all that.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. You can head out easily, presumably leaving Dr. Yanik behind to suffer the slings and arrows of Dali, unless you're planning another activity or
the 45, the rifle bullets. I'm sure I don't want to be here when the sun gets up.
Okay.
No, I think if we leave and they stop us, we just say that we're not going to interfere with their execution, but we're still struggling with the concept of apes killing, so we just don't want to watch.
Right.
Yeah, we are.
We'll read about it in the newspaper.
Yes. Look forward to the woodcut.
I want to see those court illustrations.
Yeah, so this is before
Yanik pleads his case. Yanik hangs from tree. Yanik firing squad.
They do it 2 or 3 different ways, just to be sure. Yeah. I guess we'll be walking around. I'm going to try and look. One of the things is the band, looking for the dudes with the bands and cracking it off their head. The other one, we don't have the pad. We didn't bring the data pad, did we?
You have the data pad, yeah.
Oh. All right. Well, let's find out where our digs are. Is Lee's? Is she around?
Yeah, Lee's was outside when you
okay.
Let me grab her. She was waiting outside, not far.
Okay. So, I'll ask Lee's to take us, can we take us to our accommodations for the night? And also, Dr. Yanik said that he had something for my dead brother. Where is his stuff?
What did he have? Sorry?
He had things for my brother. It's a very personal matter.
Okay. I'm asking, what did he have?
I'm pretending there was a gambling debt. So this gives me an excuse to go meet him and be very insistent on getting into his shit, because he signed a will over to us. He owed my brother a debt from a game of chance, and now I need to collect before he passes. It's just our way that you can't collect from a dead man is a phrase that we always used in the business.
Well, Dr. Yanik, he was brought in he wasn't brought in with much. He was brought in as a prisoner. He didn't have much other than the clothes on his back.
We'll take those.
Well, we'll take him off the body tomorrow before the bullets ruin him.
Yeah.
So he's been thrown in the cell the whole time. Okay, well, I did not cotton on to the whole situation. Oh shit! So
Yes, Dali.
Okay.
The Dali led the guards to Dark Ridge, and he wasn't there. So they went to Yanik's lab and extracted him from the lab.
Okay, I finally had to put that all together. I'd forgotten that this is the group that massacred everybody at Dark Ridge.
Well,
yeah, they've all
a small group, a small amount, yes, and no one's addressed that yet.
Only a little bit of killing.
Yeah,
none of them have fessed up to it. That's me putting it to
right. Well, you got a little bit of intel. Maybe this came from the guards you were chatting with, Atticus. That the guards that were killed at Dark Ridge were defending Dr. Yanik, or defending the facility, even though Dr. Yanik wasn't actually there.
Mm-hmm. Mm. Oh,
that's
man.
not cool.
Yeah,
sorry, hold on. Dr. Yanik he was at Dark Ridge. I'm sorry, I misspoke. Yeah, he was taken from Dark Ridge to the lab.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. You'll get this. So this is the intel this is what you got from the guard. They went to Dark Ridge. Dr. Yanik was there. They took him by force, but some of the guards that were at Dark Ridge resisted. Dali knew that there was a lab. He just didn't know where it was. So he got that information out of Yanik, and they went to the lab to free the humans that had survived, that were still alive in the lab. So Dr. Yanik had subjects at the lab that were in the cells. You remember there were some cells that had previously had humans in them. Dali took Yanik to the lab to get those humans and release them. Then they brought Yanik back to Fessa, where he was on trial and will now be executed.
Okay, so we see a couple of droolers around here. Okay, so we got some people with the R word.
So Lee's is saying that Yanik really didn't have anything on him because he was just brought in as a prisoner.
Oh, of course he would lie. Ugh. Well, I guess that's just another reason to kill him. I'm going to ask her if there's a place for us, and also I'm curious about the little headband, the bright ears. You know, there's these other humans. They have like jewelry on.
Yes,
Very
weird. Those are the teaching instruments. Yes, we
What
rotate
do they
them.
teach?
We rotate them around. We only have 5 of them here in the village. We rotate them around to teach as many as possible. The headband seems to facilitate training and uplifting in a more efficient manner than just normal training abilities. Humans are, after all, not quite at the level of us apes. So the headbands help with this process. They help with retention. It immediately enables them to simply be better students. Unfortunately, there's just too many humans and not enough headbands. We need more headbands.
Or maybe thought of having them fight in a pit, perhaps, and then whoever wins that fight is then worthy of getting the headband.
No, I don't think we've.
Sure,
we haven't tried that yet.
Well, I encourage it. And
Sounds like a great idea.
You have
No,
money.
that's counter to the entire ideology of Thessa.
Totally, again,
You
communist.
could let them run, and the ones who escape the gunfire get the headbands.
You folks,
We need to go.
I would suggest you maybe spend some more time with Dali and maybe better understand what we're trying to achieve here in Thessa.
Yeah,
And just as a reminder, you guys have 3 headbands, right? Just
somebody has.
Well, yeah, but they're not getting these.
oh no, and that's okay. I'm not suggesting you have to give them to them.
We sent them out with Constable L.
Yeah, she says we need more headbands,
Yes,
and you guys are like,
protecting.
nope.
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 No, never
I
saw one of
am-
those before tonight.
Yeah, if we're back in the well, if we can get to our cabin, I got the iPad, and we got 3 bands.
Yep.
There's 3, and I think there are 3 horses, and there are 3 of us. Because what could go wrong?
All right. So
it's
they
that, or I look for Dali. You guys have got your choices.
So they bunk you up with a chimp family. I'm just gonna throw.
So much for discussing anything.
I'm just gonna throw. I'll just throw these 4 chimps on here.
More chimps on the fire.
And this chimp family has a ward.
Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I know his name is Grayson. That's all I could think of. Is oh God, it's one of those grubby ones.
One of those bratty little shits. Yeah.
Oh,
Richard Grayson.
You also find Elsa is here. He's been feeding and eating and just dragging everybody on. So this is the family that you'll bunk in this place. Did I? Yeah, I moved you. Okay.
I wonder what he told them.
He seems more concerned about the food, eyeing the human child sideways. He's ready. He's probably. You do notice the kid has like a little bruise on his face, maybe that has it has a print from Elsa's ring on the side of the child's head.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
Good job.
Good job.
Well done.
The apes are keeping the childs away from him. So anyway,
That's that mission accomplished, I would say. I like that there's.
Yes, welcome.
Sure,
We knew we had some visitors. You're welcome to stay here for the night. If you're planning to stay longer in Thessa, then we'll make some more permanent arrangements for you.
Still have to think about it because there's. How do you feel about the execution?
Are you asking?
I'm going to ask the
Chimp?
Thanks for your kindness. By the way, what about the murder of sacred laws that I'm hearing Priest Rogues talking about?
Of course, we all grew up following the tenets of the sacred scrolls, but Dali has really established a new paradigm in primate relations. We look at humans differently here. And he kind of ushers the child over and puts him in your face. He's like kind of rubbing the child's head a little bit, like little Timmy here. He's learning very quickly.
What does he know how to do?
Timmy.
Can he fetch?
I mean, he doesn't know how to bathe.
Can he weave back and forth as he runs?
He pushes little Timmy aside. Pushes little Timmy off to the side.
And that's a good skill to have. I'm not saying like I'm going to do anything about that. I mean, more like his survival skill. He's learning. He's got to learn that. There's a lot of mean apes out there. Hunters.
Oh God!
Elsa comes over.
He doesn't know.
Greets you all. I was wondering what happened to you folks.
We were wondering what happened to you.
Yeah, quite the place here they've got, eh? It's a little offside, but the food is good. Heads back
It
over.
looks like you've partaken quite a bit.
All right, the mother.
Wait a minute, Elsa. You were the one that was making the most noise about heresy before this village. Now you're just sitting here eating.
Oh, good Lord.
The mother chimp goes up onto the sleeping thing here to tuck the kid away.
Yeah.
The other the teen ape goes there also. It's getting late. They're trying to get to bed.
Yeah,
they're not here to sort of debate the morality of Thessa. The more you talk about teaching them to weave when they're running and things, they just kind of they tune out a little bit. They're not really. They don't want to have those conversations. So your sleeping pallets are over here in the corner.
Thank you.
All right. Did the I'm gonna call him Webster. The little Timmy Webster did he look like a bright ears? Did he look like he has a shine about him, or is he still
he's a little bit of a
smarter?
shine.
Okay. So
a little bit of bright. Yeah, his ears are a little shiny. Yeah.
I don't think else. Because I kind of want to waylay the kid and just jam on 3 of these and see what the fuck happens. I'll triple up and watch his head explode. But let's see how big your brain can get. Man, I'm also pissed because we don't get to keep the medical logs. We kind of blew up. Well,
we kind of torched all that.
We'll have a different. I guess we'll just have to get our own V2 rockets.
That's the downside to running those LSD tests.
Yeah. All right. Well, I guess we could bunk down, but really, what I want to do is find Dali, what he's thinking of, and we don't know. All right. So we got the pad. So while we're all gathered back and everybody's going to sleep, I'm going to turn on the pad.
Okay.
Under the blanket. I'm going to read I'm going to take my phone under the blanket so that nobody can stop me from getting on Facebook. And I just kind of want to get a read of where the circlets are. Yeah. And I'm trying in my brain. What I want to do is somehow use the circlets to find the thing they're connected to, and I have no ape way of relating that. Like something like one thing's connected to another, and we don't know radio or anything like that. But it's like I could, I don't have anything like it could be magnets. How do they fucking work? They work like that. Yeah. So I'm just gonna say, well, and I'm gonna look for where the old bands are, and maybe see if there's the bigger magnet out there.
Yeah. So give me a technology. I think it is technology. Technical.
Yeah. Do you want me to do it? I've got a pretty good tech, I think.
I'm gonna poke at it helplessly, and then you can take it away from me. I have a mechanical 1.
It's under knowledge. Technical's under knowledge anyway, so
not a lot better. I got 3 in that. Go. I think you should take it away from me.
Yeah, I'm gonna snatch that. Give me.
You were on a rolling chair. You didn't know. What did you know anything about this?
I figured out how the chair worked, didn't I?
Okay, you got me there. Hand the pad over.
All right, nice. Well done.
Damn.
Okay, so using the tablet, you determine there are 5 headbands in Thessa within the village. Thessa is down here. And what you also determine is, and sorry, I got to quickly check very quickly where something is. No, it's not going to happen. Okay. It'll just take too long. So,
it's a story of every date I've been on.
So what you are able to determine is the 5 headbands, and these are the sorry, and you also see your 3 headbands,
3,
right?
yeah.
There's the 3 that are where you are, and there's 5 spread throughout the village. What you see is all 8 of them are connected to something called Echo 17. And based on what you can tell with the 20, it seems to be some sort of signal tower deeper in the Forbidden Zone that is amplifying a signal from somewhere else. So you are able to locate the signal tower deeper in, and I'm just going to sort of mark it. It's kind of, down in this area here.
The grayer part of the Forbidden Zone.
Yeah, so you've got to go even deeper into the Forbidden Zone to get to this signal tower, and hope from there that you'll be able to sort of figure out where to go next.
Seems like we need to go deeper into the Forbidden Zone and break more shit.
I'm not so sure. Well,
All
we also don't want this bunch of hippies to get hold of it. I've learned that.
Well,
we just have to
Yanik
make sure we aren't followed.
Yanik did say get there before Dali.
Yeah,
You don't know if Dali knows about it or not. Hard to know.
I'm gonna say, well, if Dali knew about it already, he'd be there. I'm just gonna boldly assert that we got the inside track. No idea if it's true or not.
Yep.
I would agree with you, because if he had a device like what we have, he would know that we had 3 of the bands with us.
Oh man,
Yeah,
thanks for backing up logic there, dude.
He would have
Very
nabbed
good.
us and thrown us in the same cell with Yanik.
I don't know. Well, yeah. So, but the 5 other bands, they're just scattered around the village. They're not like all together in some kind of
They are actually all together.
a grunion.
They are actually all in one place right now.
Oh. I say we wait until the dark and then we go sneak out and get those bands.
That sounds like
We can make that our break point. I think. I don't know where our break point is.
Yep,
but our bold plan.
Okay.
Boy,
all right.
We got a lot of ground to cover geographically and philosophically in session 3, buddy.
Yeah, session 5 is going to be chock-a-block. We may need to go a little extra time to get there. So
we're prepared for a discovery level season finale.
Yeah. Okay. So we will wrap there. The intent is to wait till the middle of the night, and you are going to try to abscond with the other headbands.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And if we happen to butcher Dali along the way, well,
yeah.
He was a heretic.
You know what? I'd love. Okay. Well, let's wrap there. We can have our little wrap up.
Okay.
I love that you guys are staying in ape character and not being swayed by the Thespian influences.
Yeah. Jim himself does not particularly care for humans right now. Janus doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, I know humans aren't on